Welcome back to Learning Greek with John's Gospel. This is Lesson 13, covering John chapter 1, verse 6. Let's start by reading the verse. Egeneto anthropos epistalmenos para theou onoma auto Ioannis. Now let's go through each word in the Greek order. Egeneto, happened. Anthropos, human or man. Epistalmenos, being sent out. Para, by. Theou, God. Onama, name. Auto, by him. Ioannis, John. Now let's put more of an English word order on this sentence. The subject is anthropos, man. The verb is egeneto, which can mean happened or came about or appeared. Epistalmenos is having been sent out. One word in Greek can be multiple words in English. Epistalmenos is a participle, which is a word that acts like a verb and is an adjective at the same time. In English, when we use participles, we use the word being. Here's a quick example of a participle. If we have the phrase Sleepy Steve, sleepy is an adjective describing the noun Steve. Now if we switch the adjective to a participle, we have the sentence Steve being sleepy. The phrase being sleepy is a participle because there is an adjective describing Steve, sleepy, that is also kind of a verb because it's hooked up to being. So epistalmenos functions here as a participle. Para is a preposition that can be a number of things, including by or from. It's where we get parallel in English because it can also mean alongside. Prepositions are heavily nuanced in all languages, so context is critical. Think in English how we can say, set something on the table, set something at the table, set something upon the table. A grammar scholar could tell you the nuance between these prepositions, but regular folks just say these words without really dissecting them. It's the same in Greek. Para can mean a lot of things, but we know from context, the next word being theou, or God, that it is by or from. Here, it's theou because theos is in a prepositional phrase. It takes the genitive or possessive form here. So the prepositional phrase para theou is by God. Again, theos is theou here because it is in a prepositional phrase. English does this too. He becomes him when it goes into a prepositional phrase. We don't say sent by he, we say sent by him. The same in Greek. Onoma is name. Auto is by or of him. Again, just like with theos, we see a case form switch. Just like theos becoming theou, so autos becomes auto. This is the dative case. Dative meaning when something is given to somebody, essentially an indirect object. Again, we do this in English. In English, we don't say, give he a book. We say, give him a book. Ioannis is John. This is the entrance of John the Baptist. Now let's read this again. Anthropos, a man. Egeneto, happened. Epistalmenos, being sent out. Para, by. Theou, God. Onoma, the name. Auto, by him. Ioannis, John. Now to examine some of the grammar more closely, let's start with the verb. Egeneto is happened. Egeneto is past tense. The present tense form for I happen is genome. Next we have the noun participle arrangement. Anthropos, epistalmenos. Notice how both anthropos and epistalmenos both end in omicron sigma. This is because anthropos is a subject, so we have the default masculine subject form, the omicron sigma. The adjoining participle, in this case epistalmenos, will always agree with the noun. If the noun is a subject, it will be a subject too. If the noun was a direct object, the epistalmenos would match a direct object ending. This noun participle phrase again is a man having been sent out. Apostelmenos, the participle, derives from the verb apostello, meaning I send out. The word apostle comes from this verb, meaning one who is sent out. Technically speaking, the participle apostelmenos is in the perfect passive form. The perfect tense contains the English verb has or have, so we plug having into this translation, having been sent out, to make it perfect. Para theou is a prepositional phrase meaning by God. Again, theou is in the possessive or genitive case, so theos becomes theou as the noun has been switched into the genitive form. Notice how theou and anthropos have different endings, identifying each word's role in the sentence. Anthropos is a subject, so it has the masculine omicron sigma ending. Theou is genitive or possessive, so it has the masculine omicron epsilon ending for a genitive noun. Onoma is name, but it relates to the pronoun beside it, auphto. Auphto is him. It is the masculine singular dative case, which is used for indirect objects. Dative is Latin meaning to give. We have donate and dowry in English that mean to give. We use the dative case when something is given to somebody, which is an indirect object in a sentence. So onoma auphto means name by him or the name to him. In modern English, we would say his name. In English, we switch the noun here too. We wouldn't say he name, we would say his name. In this situation, the masculine auphtos becomes auphto as it switches to a dative case. So this sentence has three masculine cases. Anthropos is the masculine subject with the omicron sigma ending. Theou is the masculine genitive case with the omicron epsilon ending. And auphto is the masculine dative ending with the omega at the end. Now that we have gone over the grammar, we will run through this verse one more time with the English sentence structure. Anthropos, a man. Egeneto, happened. Apostelmenos, being sent out. Para, by. Theou, God. Onama, the name. Auphto, by him. Ioannis, John. A man happened, being sent out by God, the name by him, John.